Welcome back, our lovely salties. On today's episode, we'll recap what we've been up to since we last chatted. And then on our Saltbox topic, country thunder or country blunder? Will it happen or not? We've got an update for you. And of course, we'll wrap up with everyone's favorite, our beaches tide check, to keep you in the know of all of our local news. So grab your favorite drink and get ready to get a little salty with us. Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, girl. Hey.
We are surviving April, right?
Yeah, we are coming out of spring break. It's getting a little bit noticeably quieter,
Okay.
but that's good.
Just a dull roar
Yeah,
instead
yeah,
of
yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
the spring breakers aren't coming in droves like they were before.
Well,
So,
yeah,
yeah,
till for every season, right? There is a
that's
time, I
right.
guess. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I actually I didn't tell you this earlier, but I saw Hannah from Fruit Float the other day,
hmm,
and she is just doing so fantastic
good. I'm so
at
happy.
that with the new, the fruit
Yeah,
cafe. So
the
that's good.
cafe.
Yeah,
Every
she's
time I
changed a lot of the
drive
menu.
by there on my way to work, it's busy. So,
Yeah, and I think there's so many people out there that, go to Smoothie King or Tropical Smoothie or
mm,
whatever other chain there is in their hometown.
yeah.
So, yeah, you could go to that when you come in town too. There's definitely an abundance of those, but
Well, you have to leave the island, so
you didn't have to leave the
gotta get
islands.
off the island. Yeah.
That's to have a car. So, but she said that that's some of the feedback that they're getting is just like that it's like local and it's really fresh, and so that's really exciting for Madeira Beach business to be doing so fantastic.
Yes. No, that's so fun. Every time I drive by and I look over to the left and the brightly colored building for the Fruit Flow Cafe, I'm just like, oh my God, it's so cute.
So cute.
And very happy for Hannah and her team. I know they worked very hard, bringing this from shore to land.
Mhm.
And trust me, they're still on the shore. I see all kinds of stuff fun on the socials of them serving up fruit on the
Yeah.
in the waterways. But yeah, I'm really super excited about that. And you know what? That does play because yeah, if you're a smoothie person or even
Yeah,
just
they're doing some
conscious
wraps, they're doing some bowls, like
avocado toast,
yeah,
yeah.
like she's doing all of that, and it's funny because like she was telling me all about it, and it's super parallel to because my daughter working at Smoothie King, like I'm
Mm,
always like, oh, like she tells me what sells really well and like what does. It's actually amazing how I mean these places are really
yeah,
busy. It's
yeah.
really amazing to me. It's exciting for them. I mean, it's just such a add protein, that's such a big thing. So that's really, I saw her the other day and it was right after I went over to the Legends 5K that was out there in Madeira Beach.
Oh yeah,
So
that was this weekend. Yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
was, it was, I do believe I was given a bib to run, but I deliberately showed up after the start time because, I did not prepare or train, and I might have been able to 15, 20 years ago just go out and run a 5K, no big deal, but I did not want to not be able to walk for a
Yeah.
couple of days. So I said, you know what, kind of know where you're at in your life, understand your role. And so I forfeited my bib, and but I went over there and it was a lovely,
See,
lovely
you
turnout.
still went over there to show solidarity and
I
check in
did.
yeah, and everything because of the event itself, the legends never die, right?
Yes.
5K.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
it's a great memorial event. If anybody's unfamiliar with it, tell the good people a little bit about why we do this.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Madeira Beach Fire Department puts it on every
Mhm.
year. It's gotten shifted a couple times because of the hurricanes, but nonetheless, and Woody's Water Sports and Beach Brain are proud sponsors, along with some of the other ones that do such a good job of giving back to the community. But we're proud sponsors of it, as we've had quite a few employees that work for us, whether it's in like a 1099 capacity or they've worked for us as an employee that have been in the military. And it's all about mental health. It's all about recognizing that some of the like shit they seen is
Yeah,
stuff that people like should not see.
never see.
And so it's like we've had one that's worked for us that's been a loader. And so what that means is that his first response was to an area that just got bombed, like going down there and providing the civilians So I mean, stories that just break your heart and realize the sacrifice that people give to us. But and it's all about mental health and like the struggle and the PTSD that someone might have
And
after
that
coming
is
back.
so important to make sure that those opportunities and options are available
Yeah,
nonstop,
yeah,
24/7, because, we're so thankful for our military, and thank you for your service. Obviously, all automatically should come out of your mouth when you encounter somebody that
yeah,
served in the military or is actively serving, because they are selflessly, I mean, I'm trying to think of that Toby Keith song where it's like they're out there so we can sleep tonight kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Especially with the current climate in which we're dealing with. I mean, God bless the troops. And
yeah.
so it is so important. And I know, graduating, specifically me graduating in the early 2000s, many of my classmates, it was kind of that's what you do. I mean, it wasn't a draft per se, similar to the Pearl Harbor incident back in the 40s, but
Yeah.
a bunch of the guys, and excuse me, girls, but mostly guys that I went to high school with, they signed right up because 9/11 had happened. And, it was just, we got to do what we got to
Oh,
do.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So it was a thing for my generation where it was just like, you marry your high school sweetheart and go off to war. And
yeah,
that is so weird with the similarities of what we know of the greatest generation, right?
yes,
That
yeah,
did it as well. But it's just, it was very weird. And so obviously them coming back and returning, God willing,
yeah,
there was many a thing that they needed to make sure that they got help with. And so making sure that we raise awareness and raise funds and continue to do events like the Legends Never Die 5K, it's
mhm.
so important. And being in Florida, this is a huge military, I feel like,
Yeah,
presence
especially so
area.
it's into
You
the
have
VA.
the Air Force Base, we have the Bay Pines VA hospital, you
Yeah.
know.
It's a
Yeah,
huge area. I mean, even Archibald Park is perfectly right? Like, it's perfectly placed, as we learned through
true.
kind of our self-discovery of Madeira Beach on the podcast,
Yeah,
of the history that was,
yes,
with the snack shack. That's I mean, who knew that that was a military area, right? And then you've got
exactly.
Mount Cesar, that's you can
It was a
visibly see
hospital.
it. Yeah, it was
Yep,
a hospital,
yep.
and, who knows how many bombs are buried underneath the sand when it comes down to it, but, yeah, a lot of the fire department was wearing, like, their full gear when
Wow.
they did the 5K, and
To
so,
do it. Oh god.
yeah, it
That's
was
a
good.
lot
I
of
mean,
weight.
only suggestion that I would give to them is, gotta have a little bit of music. I just think that
Yeah. Maybe at
gets a
the
good
finish
vibe.
line.
But yeah, there
Well,
was
and
some vendors there. There was yeah, it was good. It was really good. It was a nice, beautiful morning for
the
it.
weather, man, has
The
been so
weather was
great
just
lately.
it's I mean, it is like hashtag why we live here, right? I mean,
It is.
it
Well,
is.
minus the drought, which we can talk about later. But yes,
Yeah,
no, it's been beautiful.
yeah. You're not allowed to water.
Oh my god.
Don't use your
I woke
reclaimed water.
I woke
Don't
up
get
the
a
other
ticket.
day to take Lucky out at the crack of dawn, because that's what we do now with sundowners.
Yeah.
And the sprinklers were on. And I ran back into the house and I was like, the sprinklers are on. It's not Thursday. Turn them off. Because we had been warned that our watering day is Thursday. And
Yes.
so please
Yes.
don't
I
send
think
me
I
a
received
letter.
a phone call over the weekend, just as a robocall
Yeah.
reminding, and I was like,
Yes.
okay, I got
We
it.
got a
I
call
got it.
too. And I thought the robocall was going to be like, we caught you watering on
Yeah, I was like,
Tuesday,
"Oh, I should
April
probably listen to
9th.
this."
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so
No.
yeah, so that was a really good thing over the weekend, I thought.
Good.
Yeah, it was really good, but there's been super controversy going on right now. I mean, to dive into the Saltbox topic,
We
I
actually
mean,
left Madeira for this one. So,
yeah,
yeah.
we're paying attention to St. Pete Treasure Island for this one.
Look
What
at us
the
go, right? I was gonna say we went past the border. No, I was kidding.
what the country is going on?
So, good people, on our Saltbox topic today, we are talking about an event that is hoping to take place in early May. It's a country concert called Country Thunder. Now, this is a 3-day festival, people. This isn't a Friday night, rocks the beaches and then we're done.
Yeah,
This is a 3-day festival they're looking to bring here outside of the Trade Winds Resort in St. Pete Beach. This is May 8th through the 10th. I heard through the grapevine they've already changed the date once, but we're going to get into why we think that might have been. It's May through 8th right now, or May 8th through the 10th, excuse
yeah,
me. And it's supposed to take place outside the Trade Winds Resort in St. Pete Beach. And you and I could not help but start to notice some of the rumblings on the socials, and then the local
Super rumbling.
syndicates.
It's
The
giving
local
me like kind
syndicates,
of like fire vibes.
100% Fire Island.
Totally.
Because, okay,
Because
guys, so what
the
we're getting at is that this concert is booking tickets right now. You can go online and look up Country Thunder at St. Pete Beach, and there are 3-day tickets, there are individual tickets, a VIP, darling, any kind of ticket you could think of. The question is that they're selling tickets to an event that does not have all of its permits in hand.
which means that ultimately
We think it's
it's
going to
not
happen, but
legal.
we can't make no promises. Right.
Yes.
So there's a couple of entities, I think. So first of all, let's go back to the fact that over the last few weeks, I've started to hear about the protesting. Okay. You got to hand it to the tree huggers, because I feel like the environmentalists really kind of led this charge.
Yeah, I think tree huggers is like for us in the Midwest. What would it be like?
Oh,
Sea huggers, beach huggers here? I
sand
mean,
guzzlers. I
and
don't know. That sounds inappropriate. Okay, what are they doing on that beach? Jesus Christ. Okay.
sorry, we drink a lot in Madeira.
My God. There's no excuse. This is St. Pete Beach. We got to clean it up. Okay.
They want to pass an ordinance that everyone shuts down at 10. What are we doing here?
Oh, please put your pants back on. Okay. So, sir,
Pants off.
actually, you know what? My bad, ma'am. No, I was kidding. Okay. 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 Anyway, guys, it's okay. It's we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. So basically, I saw that there were protesters and basically they're coming from the environmentalist groups. This has to do with the fact that this event is looking to take place during sea turtle nesting.
Yeah, just at the
And
start of it, right?
there's a bird. I don't know. I
Yeah.
can't remember the name of the bird. And we have many a seafaring bird. We have many
Yeah.
migratory birds that make their way back right after the winter. And apparently it's a nesting season for a particular type of bird as well.
Yes.
So we're familiar as locals that when there is a noted sea turtle nest, they put the blocker, right? They put out these wooden stakes and they put tape across it. They put the signs out, please don't disturb, walk around, all the things. I just can't imagine that that's going to be feasible in the plan.
Yeah, and it's the
that they
lighting
have.
piece of it too, right? So
And the
if you've
lighting.
ever like driven down Gulf Boulevard at night,
Yep.
you kind of wonder why the lights are so dim
And
or
orange,
why they're not
right?
allowed. Yes, orange, exactly.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty much what they are. It's so that so the turtles, they come onto the shore,
Yep.
they nest,
Yep.
and then when the hatchlings happen,
Yep.
they follow the moon back to the water. So they've
Correct.
got to make sure that the light is appropriately done all along the shore so that
Otherwise
no
they
one-
crawl the wrong way.
they crawl the wrong way. And then they're in the street.
Mm.
And we can't have that. I mean, I actually keep a towel in the back of my car because of the amount of turtles that I pull over for and pick up
No
and move
way.
off the road. Yeah, yeah. I did it during a showing 2 weeks ago. I was
Oh my
like, "Excuse
God.
me." Oh yeah, like I literally, and it's so crazy because they're always big because these ones that we're talking about, the little hatchlings are
The
small,
little
obviously,
babies, yeah.
but
Okay,
the
that's what
ones
I
that
was asking about. I was like, how have I not noticed a hatchling on
yeah,
Gulf
no,
Boulevard?
but
I
like
am
the
the
ones that are like,
worst.
I mean, in Seminole Boulevard or on like these big streets, like, and you go over to it and you're like, commit,
Don't eat me. Yeah.
because you're afraid, like you put the towel over it just so that it can't see.
Mhm.
And then you have to literally say to yourself, please commit. Once you pick this up, you have to commit because you don't want to drop it.
Well,
And then
no,
you
'cause then
bring
you
it
could crack
over.
their
I have
shell.
done that. I mean, my daughter and I, like, it's almost like, when you would like,
Ugh.
when olden days, you'd be like, hutch buggy, gotcha. It's like, that's what we're constantly texting each other. Got another turtle and got it off. But anyway, we're going off tangent
Aw.
here. But
No,
anyway, so
you're totally fine. I like it.
the turtle season is it's a real season here. It's beautiful if you ever catch it.
Correct.
Beautiful if you ever catch
Yes.
it. There was actually on Facebook, I mean, it was on Facebook. It could have been driven from a while ago, but there was this huge, what they said, 2,000-pound turtle that had left its tracks overnight in St. Pete. So
Oh,
they're already
wow.
starting. So that's not going to help their cause.
No, it's not. And I just,
So it's
I
the
cannot
turtles,
believe
and then
it's the
it looks like
turtles
they're,
and the birds, right?
yes, yeah. And then,
I,
so what, there's a couple of organizations that are threatening to just like cancel everything.
yeah. No, shout out to my I'll take useless memories for 500, Alex, because when we were looking this up before the episode, the Audubon Society, remind me, that's one of the societies that, or the Audubon is basically being like leading the charge. And this is good people. It's it's an environmental nonprofit, but they also have a magazine that if any of your parents or grandparents or great grandparents used to be on the National Geographic train, I know my godmother's husband received the Nat Geos and the Audubon.
It's useless information for, I don't even know if
Because
that's worth
Stephanie brought it
knowing.
up, and I go, "Oh yeah, I know all about that."
Yeah, I know all about. And where my brain, when I was reading through this, was like, oh, this is like Notting Hill, one of my favorite movies ever, where like Hugh Grant gets like pushed through as William Thacker, right? Through
Right.
the conversations to just have a conversation with Anna Scott,
Right.
Julia
Julia.
Roberts, and he's
Julia.
like, and they come in and he goes, oh, the readers of Horse and Hound will be very happy to hear that. And she's doing a freaking space movie. Space movie.
Horse and Hound. Oh my god.
That's where my brain goes to, is like,
Yeah,
Mike
you're
showing up in
right.
his underwear, now making a protest.
It's a very specific demographic, but I'll tell you
But
what, we
so
are
good,
passionate.
good on you for
Yeah.
knowing that magazine, and that's amazing.
Now that we've said it no less than 10 times, I'll probably get the algorithm will probably
Yes, you will.
suggest a subscription to me virtually. So,
That's right.
but no, it is interesting because okay, Fire Island, anybody? Because the concern here, and obviously across multiple social boards, if you will, is they're selling tickets, and many of people have bought tickets. And again, this is a 3-day festival, so
Yes.
some of these tickets are not very cheap. Not that it's cheap to attend any kind of event now, but it has not been made clear that whether or not if the event is actually granted these necessary permits for this event to be held. If they're not, what's going to happen to Joe Schmo if they bought a ticket? There's
Well,
been no talk
and
about
the people,
rescheduling
the
or
artists and
refunding.
everything.
I feel like their contracts are probably good enough where maybe they get some no matter what, but they never paid the people at Fire Island. So who knows,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
really, I mean, I
crazy.
feel for the people. I feel like it was good intentions to bring something to our area, but
I
at the
feel
same
like it's,
time, I feel like somebody didn't do their research in the intern team.
well, that's where my brain kind of goes to. It's like,
Yeah.
that whole Bachelorette that was just about ready to air, and
Oh,
that,
right.
I mean, that's kind of the same thing. Like, you didn't look, I
Yeah.
mean, didn't you forewarn the girl before? Like,
You chose her, right?
I mean, you've got forewarn on your speed dial, for God's sakes. Like,
Yeah, I'm a real estate agent. I could have told you that was a bad idea.
that's right. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, call us if you have questions. So yeah, someone didn't do their research. Someone, and maybe it's the way that maybe it actually just happens to be the way that like they always do it the first weekend of May, and like everything's a little bit wonky this year because of the way.
No.
I
So
mean, we'll
this
give them the
Country
grace of that.
Thunder actually this entity, and I need to do more research on it, but this entity, they do this festival in multiple different places.
Oh,
So for like St. Pete Beach just happens to be one of the places that they're doing this. So this kind of is like a tour, if you
okay.
will. Like I believe some of the same musical artists, but it's going to happen throughout the summer that they can fit it in. But if I just look up Country
Yeah, I
Thunder
wonder if
right
they
now,
just normally hit St. Pete at the beginning of May, and this time it just happened to overlap with it. I
I
mean,
wonder
this
because they
May's a
have,
little bit
yeah.
wonky,
So
the
here
way
we
that
go.
May is this year, because even Memorial Day is actually not the last weekend of May this year.
I'm actually surprised at the places they're holding this little
Okay.
hoedown, if we will.
So now it's
So
a hoedown because of the places.
yeah, no, no, actually, if
Okay.
anything, I'm just surprised because I'm like, Wow, I
This
guess
is a big deal.
Canada and the northern states really love themselves some country. I know. So here we go, people. April 9th through the 12th, they're doing this thing in Florence, Arizona, which
Mm,
maybe that's near Scottsdale. I don't know. Arizona State is a huge party school. I don't know.
I don't
And
know.
then we're supposed to happen May 8th through the 10th in St. Pete Beach. And then June 26th through the 28th, it's in Calgary, Alberta. And then it gets better. July 9th through the 12th, it's in Saskatchewan,
What?
Canada. So
Oh,
again, two Canada dates. And then for some reason, July 16th through the 19th, we go down to the Twin Lakes, which is Wisconsin.
yes.
Who picked these? Because I think they're responsible for not doing their due diligence about the how difficult is this going to be for us to get our permits in these areas.
Well, I mean, it is a pretty known, interesting commonality of how difficult it is to have any artist come to Florida because of the complexities of
Oh my
any
God.
venue. It's one of those states that a lot of artists won't touch.
Yeah, well, and that has to do, I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong or if you're trying to go down a different path, but I feel like that also has to do with some of our legislation
The legislation and just overall, you
vibe.
know,
No,
you were, yeah, I mean, if you were to start at the top, you can't, you have to drive, right? If you start it, once you even enter into Florida, it's like another, I don't know, 9 hours before you even hit Miami, right? 10
yeah,
hours.
God,
That's a
yeah.
lot. That's a
That's a
lot.
lot.
So
Yeah.
I think it's even just logistically, it's difficult. So that's interesting. I
So
mean,
wait, I actually just found something creeping on their website when I was looking at the different places that they're going to
creep,
take this
girl,
traveling
creep. Yeah.
carnival. Yeah, girl. So they have a podcast. It's called On the Bus with Troy Volhofer. And it says, come behind the scenes at Country Thunder as our festival owner, Troy Volhofer, sits down with some of the biggest names in country.
So
You're
Troy,
the owner?
last name. It's
Say
not
again.
catchy. Just do like On the Bus with Troy.
On the bus with Hoffer. Right. Yeah, like
No, that sounds like
David
David.
Hasselhoff.
Yeah, exactly. I think I would just do On the Bus with Troy. I mean, Troy sounds like a country name. So you already
I mean,
got
I
that.
guess the podcast is actually just called On the Bus, and then it says with Troy Volhofer. But I found it okay. Well, we were wanting to know,
He is
like,
proud of his
who is
last
in
name.
charge
Who
of
does that?
this?
No,
Okay, apparently a
no,
gentleman named Troy Volhofer. Which, trust me, we're going down a Nancy Drew rabbit hole about this zombie. You know what? I got $5 that says that he's been involved in other festivals that haven't done so well. Oh, and this makes sense. He's a Canadian-born entrepreneur. That makes sense why they're going
I
to
got
Canada.
$5 that he doesn't have any friends because they should be telling him just to do On the Bus with Troy.
Oh my God. You know what? He's an older gentleman. He's
Oh,
60
sorry.
years old. That won't look desperate at all rolling around in a Girls Gone Wild van, right?
Mhm.
And he apparently is a
He's-
hockey player.
You know,
So,
he was wishing he was on the Motley Crue bus when he was younger.
oh, honey, he's giving me Girls Gone Wild bus vibes. We might, okay. So we might,
died.
I got to close down Google because I just keep getting taken further and further
Yeah,
down
we don't
here.
need to go down any
Anyway,
more rabbit holes.
the
So
point,
we'll
the point
see.
is, Stephanie, I have a target now. No, it's kidding. So, but the point is, people, is that this is important because you know what? We just held the Rotary Rocks the Beaches event
Yes,
here in
which
Madeira
was
Beach. And this was
amazing.
the first time that we've had music with actual stages, construction, and things like that. Apparently, returned to the sand even here in years.
Yes.
We used to do this all the time. And obviously, braggadociously, our beach was not affected
Our
like some other beaches from the erosion of the hurricanes because
Yep.
we have the groins that holds the
Yep.
sand in place, and apparently the World War II bombs that are buried under the sand
Yes,
that Stephanie
yes,
so
all buried.
graciously put the complex back in my
They
head
are.
about.
Yep.
But it's just interesting because, you know, when I was talking to one of our fellow agents who also, shout out to Sarah McIntyre, she's the president of the Indian Rocks
Yes,
Beach
she does such a good
Homes
job.
Association. They have been trying to work with the city of Indian Rocks Beach to bring back an event that they used to hold called Beach Fest. And apparently they were given at one point a reason that, well, the beach is too narrow. We got to do replenishing, you know, this, that, whatever. And then when that was taken care of, Apparently, they're getting pushed back about some other maybe minuscule things or just not clear communication and relaying of, okay, now why not? Kind
Yeah.
of a deal. So she had asked, any knowledge that you and I were privy to about how Madeira might have gone about this. And so I actually asked permission from one of the shout out to Jay with the Parks and Rec department, the director. He's also involved with the Rotary. And I asked permission to give his contact information so that Sarah could just bounce a few things off of him.
Yes. Yep.
So we know that it's not lightly that these events are planned on the
Yes.
beach. And yes, the beach belongs to everybody, except for if you're a Backstreet Boy named Brian Luttrell and you are up in the Panhandle, then stay
Not
the
allowed.
hell off his beach.
Stay off his beach.
Good God.
Various
It's so
bodies there.
interesting to me that it's a private beach. It's just not something that we really encounter here, except for the Reddingtons, right?
Yeah, so I was just thinking the Reddingtons might think that their beaches are private.
Oh, they love it so much.
Yeah.
So anyway, the point is that it is interesting, and we would love to see these kind of events bring people to our area, and we want everyone to know how amazing this area is, just like we think it's amazing.
Yeah.
But at the same
they
time,
do
like,
Rise Up too. I mean, they do a ton of huge rave festival
yes,
right downtown St. Pete on Beach Drive. It's amazing. It's a huge festival. Huge. People come from
right.
all over the world for it. So I would, I think that would be fantastic. But St. Pete is having a harder time recover governmentally.
Really?
Yeah, I think that
Well, I knew they had their hands full with the sound ordinance, right? Was that earlier this year or
It
late
just seems
last
like
year?
there's all these bounces that are going on. I mean, Madeira Beach is pretty much aligned except for the Kitty Park drama, but like other than that, like they're pretty aligned. Like,
No, I agree. And basically, the common mission is, sorry, I was just throwing something away. The common mission, I don't want to say we're completely reliant, but we are reliant on the tourism.
we
And
are.
honey, let's not act like we're something we're not. When
Yeah,
you say
we
Pinellas
keep getting
County to
nominated as the best
anybody in the rest of the United States, nobody understands what that means. And
Yeah.
honestly, in my book, the barrier islands and the beaches here, which are rated constantly number one,
Always.
number four, number two, number three, top beaches in the United States. It's something that you have to expect. And
You
we
do.
have to responsibly take advantage of. And at the same time, though, it's so funny to me because who did Troy know that might have been a commissioner, that might have been a city manager, that might have had it in at City Hall to be like, oh, not guaranteed that this will be pushed through. But surely they must have done something to call and be like, what's going to be necessary for us to apply for if we want to do this, right?
Yes.
If you or I worked for one of these entities, one of the first thoughts would be not only what permits are necessary, but we would deep dive into basically the venue and the surrounding areas to find out what crazy protesters are we going to encounter? What, know your shit. I'm sorry, but especially a big operation like this for 3 days.
I mean, don't you learn that like in Business 101, SMART goals? Like in there, you talk about obstacles.
He apparently was a hockey player back in the
threat.
day. Maybe he got hit in the glass too many times. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. But it's like that. Those are things that you always say, like, what are our obstacles? What are our threats to this doing this?
I'm like, Wawa does more due diligence to open up a new store than this motherfucker did. I don't understand.
I don't know either. I don't get it either. So, well, to be,
and I really
we'll see what happens.
don't want to place all the blame, but when you're the owner, it all trickles up to the top, does it not?
What happens?
Does it not trickle up to the top?
It does.
Yeah. I mean, look at the Fire Island documentary. They went after that one guy. I can't even remember his name now, but it's just basically like, I'm sure that there were tons of people working along with him, and that's the only one we remember is that he.
Yeah, he's the only one. I mean, he was the owner as well as the. I think that he wasn't the behind the scenes. Let's logistically make this make sense. His excitement and visual excitement was superseded the practicality of it, right?
Yeah, exactly. So overpromised and underdelivered.
I'm sorry that they're all in a fight about that. It sounds like it would be kind of a cool concert. I mean, country music is so nationally, it's not my cup of tea, but it's not my not. It's like I
Well,
I
and to
only have
tell
so
you
many
that,
days and I only have so many minutes in a day to listen to music, and
note
unfortunately,
to
my life
self,
is
80s
no.
music and country music.
I
Don't put it
mean,
on. Got it.
yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, one of my best friends in high school used to put it on in the car when she knew I was going to get mad at her. Like, she'd be like, I'm putting on country music. I'd be like, seriously? Freaking, it just wasn't my cup of tea. But
My parents didn't understand it in high school. I was hanging around with all the country boys, and so I started listening to like Alan Jackson and Brooks and Dunn and Trisha Yearwood and what is it, Randy Houser and like all these different people. And it was so funny because both my parents were like, "Where did you get that?"
yeah, my
Because they're
parents
like,
were the
"You
same way.
certainly didn't hear that coming out of this house."
Yes.
And I'm
I
like,
had Donna Summers on Saturday mornings. I wasn't hearing that at all.
"Oh,
Barry
yes."
Manilow. Oh my God.
Okay, well, I was on that same track with Bambi, but Dad was like making me listen to like the old school, like BB King and any blues,
Oh,
kind
okay.
of
That's
like
good.
Chicago and just all kinds of blues.
Yeah,
And
my
so,
mom was all like, what are the like top 10 right now? And then we bought some albums, but like Barry Manilow was one, Michael Jackson was one. If my dad
yeah,
never puts on music because everything was sports to him, but if he were to choose to put on music at any point, it would be only Queen.
Dad played music in the house, but if you got caught in the car with him, you were listening to NPR, no questions
Always,
asked. Yeah, always.
always.
And honestly, now I like it.
Yeah, I can't even say that I listen to a lot of music.
To tell you the truth, I can't have podcasts on while I'm working during the day because then I'll type what they're saying. So I have to have
Yeah,
music on.
even the news in the background, I'm like, stop it! I can't think.
Right,
I can't think.
exactly.
Even sometimes
Exactly.
the conference calls in the morning and I like get so engrossed in work. I'm like, stop. I'm
Yeah.
trying, my brain's overload right now. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny if it was like open mic, kind of like, the Brady Bunch style on the Zoom where you didn't
Yes.
realize you weren't muted and be like, oh my God, shut up.
Well,
Maybe
I'm not
happen.
sure. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay. It's not personally towards any of our people
No,
within our
it's
company.
not.
We love the fact that we have training every day. Please don't be kind.
Please.
The problem is that when we're trying to triage in our brain and take care of something at the same time,
It's just
then we
so,
realize we've really overdone it
we've
and we
really
can't do
overdone
this.
it. Yeah.
Exactly. But guys, my question, okay, and I realize we got to keep the wheels moving and things like that. We are less than a month away
Yes.
on this
We're
country
weeks.
thunder.
We're weeks.
Bro.
One could even say days at this point.
Now here's another question, and maybe you know what? I might get brave enough to reach out to this Troy and be like, podcast to podcast. We have some
Yes.
questions because we want to. Maybe I'll mislead him a little bit and be like, we want to help you and make sure that this can happen. Obviously, Troy, I don't know you, but I'm going to pick a turtle over you. It's like a bear and a man in the
Yeah.
woods, right? No.
Yeah.
so,
Exactly.
so basically, I don't know. I want to see if maybe he'll answer. He probably won't. That's okay. It's okay. But maybe I was going to say either that or, Gretchen Wilson is on one of these tickets. I love her. I've loved her for years and she probably wouldn't answer me either, but maybe I'll send a message. But I feel like surely somebody must have applied for these a month ago.
And surely they must know like behind the scenes that we're going to be able to work this out, or else they would have been canceling it by now. We're going to have
Because
some
it's
programming.
less than 30 days. Actually,
Mhm.
dear listeners, I would be surprised. So stay tuned to your social boards, your local news syndicates, because today is actually Monday, the 13th of April. And I would be surprised if something hasn't officially been announced by the end of the week. Wouldn't you? For
I
ticket
would be surprised
holders?
too. I would be surprised too. I think that there must be a deadline where they have to announce it.
And honestly,
Yeah.
I mean, would we be shocked if they actually gave the money back? I would.
Yes.
I would, because I guarantee you in those fine prints, read terms, all the
Yeah,
things.
no, nowadays you have to buy insurance, right? If you don't buy the insurance, you lose out. Michael just bought Jack White tickets this morning. He's so
Oh,
freaking excited about
yay.
Jack White. He's going to Orlando and he could only get two.
Well,
And
there was somebody back home that he was trying to see, and somebody offered him tickets, and he's like, I can't get there. Who was that? I saw it on Facebook. Piano player. Billy
Rush.
Joel?
Oh,
No.
Billy Joel and Rush he was trying to see back home too.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
but he
right.
got Rush tickets. I think they're playing in Tampa.
It's
at the
great.
same week that Jack White is playing in Orlando.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he's pretty excited about that. But and nonetheless, the point of mentioning that was that when he bought the tickets, he had to like click a box that says no for insurance. So that's probably what's part of the insurance piece, right? Jack White
Should I
canceled.
try to
Right?
buy a one-day ticket and see what happens? We're not going to do it live, but obviously, I'm just curious. I'm going to poke around a little bit more here.
Your Nancy Drew
Um,
going off.
right. Well, and the other thing is that, talking about the cost of living, it's still, because I don't frequent concerts that much, it's still shocking to me how much we charge. I
Yes.
guess I've turned into that lady where back in my day, like,
No, it is.
what?
Yes,
Like,
it
especially with the
is.
instantaneousness, that's not a word, but whatever,
I like
that
it.
we can watch our favorite people nonstop streaming and all the different kind of, options if we pay the good money. I could pay 3 different streaming services to watch all of the Taylor Swift stuff and be done with it and not spend $3,000 to go see her. Not trying to target Taylor. That was so not a Taylor
Yeah,
target.
I mean, she went
And
after them.
she's actually on top of it. I'm
Yeah.
just saying as a whole, like
No, the ticket prices are crazy.
$120 for nosebleeds and an amphitheater. Go
I
fuck
know.
yourself. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
no, thank you. And there's actually a federal lawsuit at this point against the NFL too, because of the
No
NFL,
way. Sorry.
yeah, because like of the streaming services and that it's impossible. Like, okay, so you have to have
You
cable
can't.
TV,
Yes.
you have to have YouTube TV, you have to have Netflix,
Right?
you have to have Amazon.
Keep
And
talking.
Amazon's the worst because they only allow 2 people to watch it at the same
Yes.
time.
Well, yeah,
And
exactly.
Amazon, and then you have to have Disney. And last but not least, you have to have Peacock now. It's like
It's illegal.
it used to be that everyone just wanted to watch their local team. Well, guess what? Everyone got on a plane and moved.
100%.
And
100%. You can
also,
thank COVID for that. I mean, not only did we all move around before, but I would say after COVID, to the wind.
and
Like,
guess what everyone's doing now too? Sports gambling.
yes,
So they want
yes,
to watch what they gambled on.
yes.
It's
We
not
need
if
it
your
all.
team sucks, then you turn to the gambling.
And that's what they wanted.
Call the helpline, but still, you
Yes,
can't watch it.
yeah.
That's what the
I sort
problem is. That's what's happened. You can't push NFL gambling and betting against the Hard Rock and then
you
not have it available for everyone. I mean, that's 6 services I just listed. And I got $20 back from freaking YouTube because they didn't have an agreement.
which barely pays for mozzarella sticks. We've been over this.
Not pay for
Um,
anything.
and not for the table, that's for sure. I was gonna say it's a household of 1 or 2 people, maybe, but not.
I
Yeah,
just went to freaking
exactly.
Glory Days. I didn't even go anywhere fancy.
Okay, but no, you're absolutely right because I mean, okay, people, let's look at the UFC. Okay, perfect example. Pay per view for how long? Pay
Yes.
per view UFC for how long? Forever.
Yeah.
And after it got taken off of AM radio, no, I'm just kidding.
Now I think
But
it's
I'm
going
just
to
saying, once it
Netflix.
became something, you had to start paying for it.
Yeah, and I
And
think it's going
now
on to Netflix now, right?
it's out there. You
Yeah.
do not have to pay per fight now. I can't remember. Actually, it might be on Paramount.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
on one of them.
100%
I
one
don't
of them
remember.
now. But the
Yeah.
point is that you just purely have to pay for one
Yeah.
subscription and you get access to all the fights then for that year. The NFL are doing the reverse, only exaggerated. And
Yes.
they're like, we're going to get a contract with Peacock. We're going to get a contract with Amazon. We're going to get a contract with, you can only be Prime and watch Thursdays.
Yes.
Do something. And
Yeah.
I'm not for like complete government overseeing, trust me, like not at all, but there's gotta be something, man. I
Yeah,
mean, like
agreed. And well,
it
I mean, it
is.
begs that larger conversation that some of these, I know that it becomes a larger monopoly out there by doing that, and the board people start
Mhm,
building hotels on it. But the bottom line
mhm.
is that there just can't be. They need to merge. Some of these need to merge, and just like I know that,
Yeah,
like Disney's got Hulu and
they
something
do. Yeah, they
So
have
that's
something else now,
helpful.
you're right.
What is the other? I think it's like National Geographic or something like that. Maybe they'll,
Oh my
maybe
god,
they'll
do they have the Audubon magazine? No, I'm kidding.
I know, maybe they're gonna post the country music festival.
Oh, good. Good
Maybe they
news,
need
they're
to
gonna be
get
out.
that as a event sponsor.
All I'm saying is that if NPR was holding a concert, they would already have the permit.
They would. They would.
I don't know, but all I'm saying is that, guys, there's gotta be a better way. There's gotta be a better way.
There has. Yeah. All
And
right. So what do we got on the Tide check today? So Tide
yes,
News.
yes, Tide check. We only have a few things that we want to make sure to keep you good people abreast on. Village Friday is this Friday,
This
which is
Friday.
Friday, April 17th. So, of course, that's going to be Friday night from 6 to 9. Come see the free concert. Of course, there's going to be multiple bars participating in the drink
Yep.
specials. I actually saw Friendlies, Scully's, Bamboo, Tipsy Tiki. They all are going to be featuring their own drink specials that night. So make sure to pop around.
Yep.
There's always live music at the Bamboo as well. And I do believe that the Tipsy Tiki will have live music as well because they're
Yep.
really good about making sure they
Fun
have their
summer
own thing going
stage. The
on
weather's
Village
supposed to be
Friday.
really good, so that will be helpful too.
Fingers and toes crossed. I will be out of
Yes.
town that day, but I heard that it's supposed to be a good one. And then actually the next event is going to be the following week. That is April 21st. The conversations with the mayor. I feel like it's been a minute since we had one.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just our
I think
schedules
we missed
reflecting.
one.
You and I did miss one. You're
Yeah.
right.
I
And
think
that's
we
because
didn't
we
like
each
the
had
venue.
individual things going on. You're absolutely
No,
right.
but I don't think we like the venue because the venue is important to us.
You are absolutely right. I'm
It's
actually having
really
a
important
flashback.
to us. It's no offense to Mayor Miss
Anne
Amber.
Marie. Love the fact that she does this.
I
Correct.
love it. I think it's fantastic. But it's no offense to her, but yeah, the venue kind of matters to you and I.
Well, speaking of venue, apparently the time also matters to us. So this next conversations with the mayor, bright and early, honey. This is going to be networking beginning at 8:30 on the
In the morning.
21st in the morning. And then the
Where is
9
that, at the
a.m.
library?
It's a Dunkin'.
I don't
No,
even
it's
think the library opens up that
no,
early.
they're not. Barber doesn't open till 9. No, I was kidding. She's retired. Fuck off. No, I was kidding. So the 21st, 8:30 networking, 9 a.m. meetings start. They're going to do it different. It's going to be at the Bell Tower in Johns Pass. So I think it's going to be
Oh.
outside, weather permitting. It's actually sponsored by one of our favorites. Shout out to Brian at the Spice and Tea Exchange. So I have no doubt that they're going to have delicious hot beverages for our taking. My question is, how does a girl get the Fireball hot toddy?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
So networking at 8:30.
8:30 in the morning? Should you and I just like call off the day now? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even know how we function the rest of the day.
Well, apparently we're
Because I can just see us being like, let's go see what the Cat 5 looks like.
yeah.
Scully's afterward.
Or maybe we go do some recon at Lisa's. Who knows? You know, like whatever. I don't think we'd be brave enough. And by brave enough, I just don't think we could be inconspicuous recon.
Well,
So,
what day is that?
the 21st, which
Which is
is the
What day of the
Tuesday.
week is that?
It's a
Okay,
Tuesday.
closed Tuesday,
It's a
Wednesdays. We're out.
Tuesday.
Yeah, Lisa's
Perfect.
is closed Tuesdays and Wednesdays, so sorry.
Oh, that's too bad. Okay. Too bad. But yeah, very exciting people. Shout out to Brian and Lisa at the Spice and Tea Exchange. They are one of those
Yeah,
staple businesses in Johns
they
Pass that
are.
it took them a minute to get put back together. But you cannot believe how many people are so thankful that they're back together
Me
because,
too.
again, the presence of the spice and tea has been there for a number of years. And people, when they return, they look for it and they come back for it and they get that one spice that they got. Mad Beach Moho, you know, the freaking, what do I have? I have the coconut lime salt. Shut up. Shut
Yeah,
up.
they have
Put it on
all
everything.
good stuff.
They have everything good. And so, honestly, people, if you haven't what are you doing? Make sure to stop by the Spice and Tea
Yeah.
Exchange in Johns Pass. It's located on 129th Ave, just off of the main drag. But friendly reminder, the combos will be taking place on the 21st at the Bell Tower. So that's right in front of Delosas. If you don't know, drop the Delosas pin in your Google Maps and it'll bring you where we
Yeah.
are.
It's right there.
Yes.
It's
And
right
a friendly
there.
reminder, make sure to be mindful in looking for city parking versus privately owned parking if you are planning on attending
They've
that
got a
event.
new sign. They've got a new sign now too.
Was that the board that I saw on the way back from 129th?
Yeah, they've got a new sign to like kind of streamline it, advertise it, and make it so it's just a little bit cleaner so that everyone knows it's city parking. So that's
I
good.
love that.
That
I
needed
love that.
that needed to be done. Yeah.
It needed to be
But I
done. And
I think
oh,
that
I'm sorry.
no, I'm like trying to think of I think that was kind of all that we were there's
Yeah,
live music everywhere in Madeira Beach now between
of
the
course.
Saltwater Hippie, Cambria with karaoke on Saturdays. Lucky Lizard is getting really into they've like really popped up their events again. I know they do
Yes.
karaoke quite a bit. Bingo they do.
Yes.
Dak Shack has been nothing but amazing with the amount of live music that they do.
Yeah.
Um,
Shout out to Dockside Dave's, guys. If you haven't stopped by there either, make sure to check out the Green Room if you're into late night life because they
yes.
have the live music from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Party on, Wayne.
Yep.
It won't be there, but good luck to
Yep.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so last week, this is actually it was on Monday. Remember when we were like working on some stuff and then we went down, like I ended up going down to the Bamboo, which always has live
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
There was a whole bunch of my oldest son, Cooper's friends that were there and they were having a
Nice.
blast, which is so good because we really lack that generation from being like in Madeira Beach. And I think that that's kind of the next avenue that we have to go after. Green Room will help. But afterward, they
Correct.
all went down to the
Very correct.
cigar shop.
In John's Pass?
Yeah. And just hung
Fantastic.
out and just like super cool, like chill vibe and hung out. And like, I thought that was telling what they were doing. Just interesting, like just an
Is
interesting
telling and it is interesting because that seems a hell of a lot classier than what I would have been doing at your oldest's age.
Yeah. I mean, that's like
Oh,
a
hang
whole
out in a
other
cigar bar?
Yeah, I mean, that's like a whole other I mean, I probably would have had the cigar, but it wouldn't have been at a fancy cigar bar. I mean, that's a
Well,
whole other podcast, and we might
no,
even need
I
to
would have
name
been
that.
beer bonging the keg getting brought in the alley out of the Bamboo because I begged Sean and paid him $5. Like, no.
That's where this comes in. That's what she said, and that's what I would have done too.
You know, it's a good thing you and I had to grow up in the Midwest and not have access to this because I can't even imagine.
Actually, it's a good thing there was no social media.
No shit. No shit. I actually saw a video the other day that was like born, well, and this is still applicable to you. So born in the 70s, raised in the 80s, graduated in the 90s, no video evidence. And it's this guy just walking through like a boss, like giving a fuck. Like, and so it was same for me. Born in the 80s, raised in the 90s, partied in the O's, no videography evidence, no social media, get lost. Yeah.
So bad.
And
So
that's how
bad.
we can keep up appearances. Like your lovely daughter just popped onto the video. She doesn't
Yes.
need to know what I was up to in
No, she
2005.
does not.
None of your never mind.
She doesn't want to leave. She's good. She doesn't want to leave any type of digital footprint either, except
Love
for
it.
certain things. And so she's really smart about that. So, but
That's fantastic.
yeah,
Good. See, there is hope, guys. There is hope for the future generation. And honestly, if Flynn was in charge of this country thunder, I'm winning.
that's right.
Come on.
That's
Come
right.
on.
That's right.
So,
oh, but I do want to do a quick shout out and a toast to my sister as it's her birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday, sis.
Yes.
Yay.
And she's had a year. So
good for her. Good for her.
She made it
You know
around
what?
one more year. So that's good.
One more year. And I'm going to do my most favoriteest cheers for her. So you make sure to show her. Okay. Here, and this is completely inappropriate and it's going to take us out. Here's the women who wear red shoes. We might smoke weed. We drink a little booze. We may have lost their cherry, but it's no sin because you still have the box that cherry came in. Happy birthday.
Happy freaking birthday. Okay.
To you and your box. Okay. So you guys always know where you can find us. Full episodes, of course, are available on Spotify and YouTube. We are on the socials, of course, with Facebook, what?
What?
Facebook,
What?
Instagram, and TikTok.
TikTok
Um, and the TikTok. So
and the
that's where
TikTok.
apparently my brain crosses streams. As always, if there's anything that you want to hear us talk about, if there's anything you want to hear us rant about, if there is anything that you're brave enough to ask us to talk about, please find us on the Gulf Boulevard or send us a DM to our inboxes.
Yep.
We are always more than welcome to take subjects and topics. At the same time, though, thank you so much for joining. And
Yes.
Stephanie, tell the good people what they can do.
Yeah, we are super thrilled that you always join with us. And so next
Yes.
time, grab a drink, hit subscribe, and as always, stay salty and sip often.
We sip often. Cheers to sis. Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday.
Bye.